locked in with TP, we finna make a hit.
Part 2, motherfuckers, we back. I had to make a comeback this one.
No Diddy.
We got this shit right, baby. Nah, we doing here. Let's go.
We getting high than a kite, no Diddy. See my artist double plat, no Diddy. Sipping on yak, no Diddy. Couple niggas got wet, but no Diddy. Keep the shooters with the scrap, no Diddy. I'm in a room full of hoes, no Diddy. More money, more problems, no Diddy. Couple friends turn foes, no Diddy. We getting high than a kite, no Diddy. See my artist double plat, no Diddy. Got me sipping on yak, no Diddy. Couple niggas got wet, no Diddy. Keep the shooters with the scrap, no Diddy. I'm in a room full of hoes, no Diddy. More money, more problems, no Diddy. Couple friends turn foes, no Diddy. I got a young man bitch from the city.
Yo. What it do, y'all? What it motherfucking do? I'm your host with the most chill motherfucking Murray. And you now tuned into the Live from the Spot podcast, episode 52, part 2. You know what I'm saying? No Diddy. Reason why this had to be a two-part, let me just also say that. Let me just start off with the fact that, first of all, shout out to everybody tuning in or not tuning in. You know how we roll. But let me start off with saying that. The main reason why this got put into a two-part is because it became such a fucking hassle with this damn Gucci Mane record. I don't know why. It became such a fucking, any other record that I have tried to do a video breakdown and reaction to never gave me any issue. For some damn reason, Gucci Mane's record decided to give me the hardest damn time in America. And I don't understand why. I'm talking about I'm used to getting partially blocked, or blocked in Russia, or blocked in Germany or something, or some territories. But blocked worldwide? What? For what? I ain't do shit. But anyway. So, all I can do is actually do, I can do breakdown of the lyrics, and I can do pictures. That's what it came down to. Because I wanted to do a reaction of the video, but I couldn't do a reaction of the video. So, I don't know what it is. Whoever Gucci Mane's people is, he need to at least tell them, hey, this record could have more promotion if you allow people to promote it, But the fact that you are making people take it down because they can't promote it for you, it's kind of giving a hassle, you know what I'm saying? But there were some similarities in the Take That video. So Gucci Mane dropped a record called, initially it was called No Diddy. You know what I mean? As you heard in the beginning, we were just playing some of it. It's about as all I could play, unfortunately. Like I said, it's so bullshit that he has a record out right now that he's trying to promote, but he won't allow anybody to promote it. That's stupid as fuck to me. But they dropped a video for No Diddy and to Take That record. But there were some similarities in the video that were Easter eggs of other Biggie Smalls and P. Diddy videos. So I wanted to show. So basically, he did two things. There were two things that he did in the video. So you have the iconic Big Papa scene that he recreated. Let me show y'all right here real quick. Like I said, it's so stupid that I can't show the video. It really is stupid to me that he won't allow anybody to promote the video. But anyway, so this scene right here, I'm gonna take myself off. This scene right here is the iconic Big Papa scene. So I'm gonna put in Big Papa video, right? As you can see, the cheetah print in the background. The champagne, the women all around, the party, and the having a good time. The same exact thing would be reenacted in the Take That video. Now, I noticed that he chose to see Gucci Man is very smart. Let me preface everything I'm saying about to say right here with Gucci is way smarter than people think. For the simple fact that number one, there's a the key things you have to notice what he was doing with this trolling that he was doing in the first place, right? So, yeah, you took the Big Papa scene in the video, right? But why would you take this scene specifically? You're trolling with the fact that you're a straight man, right? And Diddy was in a tub full of women and supposedly a on the low gay man. So we all know Gucci is straight with an actual wife. So him trolling Diddy by being in a tub full of women and being a straight man, of course, with the cheetah print background still, is once again trolling Diddy's sexuality. I don't think people took notice to that one, to those the intricate things that Gucci was doing in this video. Another thing that Gucci did in the video was the hypnotize scene. So if you don't remember the hypnotize video, so this scene right here was taken from the hypnotize video where Biggie, this guy right here, I think this is OJ the Juice Man if I'm not mistaken, but Biggie and Diddy are basically walking through the parking lot feeling like they're untouchable, right? And then all of a sudden they started getting chased by motorcycles and people that are looking for them or whatever. I'm gonna show you right now. So, see the parking lot. Basically, they're walking through with Versace shirts on in the parking lot. That's the same. That's basically what Gucci Mane was reenacting. So he took two iconic Biggie Smalls and Puff Daddy videos. So also let's pay attention to that. He made sure he took specifically Hypnotize and Big Papa. Okay? He wants, of course, he's, like I said, he's trying to tell things he's trying to subliminally say things by taking Hypnotize and Big Papa specifically. Okay? Number one, you have to think of the key thing of Biggie Smalls being under, I guess you could say, a lack of better terms, under hypnosis of Sean Diddy Combs while he's signed to him. And then the other thing of play on words would be him thinking he's the bigger wig of Diddy being it, and Diddy was the actual big wig. So you have him thinking that he's Big Papa when in all hindsight it's actually Diddy behind the scenes pulling the strings. There's little intricate reasons why Gucci was doing the things that he was doing in this video, I noticed. So even the lyrics, okay? Let's break down the lyrics real quick. And I guess since we couldn't play the hook too much of it, so you got, I didn't even know that was Pooh Shiesty on there. That's crazy. Which I wonder now, with Pooh Shiesty being on this, did he have something to do with Pooh Shiesty? Who knows? That's another rabbit hole we're getting to. Okay, so no, Pooh Shiesty is basically the, he's just the intro. Once again, I'm locked in with TP. We finna make a hit. We love you, Perk. All right, so we just fucking around, but no Diddy. Ha ha ha. We getting higher than a kite. No Diddy. See my artist double plat. No Diddy. Sipping on yak. No Diddy. Couple niggas got whacked, but no Diddy. Keep the shooters with the strap. No Diddy. I'm in a room full of hoes. No Diddy. More money, more problems. No Diddy. Couple friends turn foes. No Diddy. And he restarts it again. Okay? So, first thing first, we getting higher than a kite. No Diddy. We're talking about, of course, the Tootsie drug. There's one play on words right there where, of course, in the Little Rod case, everyone said that Diddy basically had to have everyone with a pouch around him so that he can get high at all times. Getting higher than a kite, no Diddy. Okay? See my artist double plat, no Diddy. See, my artist double plat No Diddy. First of all, there's a few artists that went platinum on Bad Boy, but the double platinum reference was a reference to Life After Death, in which Life After Death hit double platinum extremely quickly. Right when it launched. You can put that with a couple of different Bad Boy Records albums, but understand, being that we've used Hypnotize and Big Papa in our video references, double plat can only reference to Biggie. Okay? Sippin' on Yak No Diddy. That one kind of stood out to me. The Sippin' on Yak No Diddy. Because Diddy makes Ciroc, Diddy makes De Leon. Of course, he's referring to the liquor brand that Diddy, of course, has, or should I say had. But I wonder if there's a play on words with Kodak Black there. Okay, a couple niggas got whacked, no Diddy. Of course, he's talking about the different alleged murders that Diddy's involved in. Keep the shooters with the strap, no Diddy. Now, that one I broke down on the first part of this, but it got cut out. That one felt like a double entendre of people with strap-ons as well as the double entendre of shooters. So, reason why you could think of the strap-on part is because, like I said, you have to think of the fact that Gucci is playing on the different things that people are saying about Diddy being bisexual and gay. You think about the strap-on part and him taking it versus giving, I should say. In a room full of hoes, no Diddy. Of course, that's when self-explanatory. In a room full of sex workers. Okay? In a room full of hoes, no Diddy. More money, more problems, referring to the actual record. More money, more problems, no Diddy. Couple friends turned foes, no Diddy. Of course, referring to Little Boosie when he said, hey, he got all these friends, but everybody them became enemies. Nobody want to speak up to him. What happened to your friends? He kept saying, Boosie kept emphasizing that. Well, hey, where's your friends at, Diddy? He kept emphasizing that word. And then, of course, the hook repeats, we getting high in the kite, no Diddy. Now, let's go into the first verse. So, first verse, he goes, I got a young Miami bitch from the city. Of course, who else will he be talking about there? I got a young Miami bitch from the city. I'm spending money like a trick, no Diddy. He's talking about young Miami. First line. Okay, I rock pissy yellow diamonds, no Diddy. So, furthering on with the trolling, of course, I rock pissy yellow diamonds. Remember, who likes to take golden showers and get pissed on? Young Miami. So he further goes into the play on words with I rock pissy yellow diamonds, no Diddy. But she can't be underage, no Diddy. So he's playing on the fact that there's word about the underage talk, okay, about the minors that were chilling around him or sex workers that were minors around him, the underage girls. So that whole first 4 bars, he's kicking in the door, waving the 4-4. I got a young Miami bitch from the city. I'm spending money like a trick. I got pissy yellow diamonds, and she can't be underage. No Diddy. Okay? Extendo with a switch. No Diddy. Extendo with a switch. No Diddy. Now, it's a couple things that could be. It's a couple of things that could be. So you have to think about the fact, of course, that, okay, Diddy owns guns and firearms. That's a well-known thing. Or fact, I should say. Feds came in there looking for those type of things. Extendo with a switch. But then you also have to think about the switch hips. The switch of the hips. Okay? You think about the switch of the hips in regards to people saying Diddy has sugar in his tank. It's a play on words for that as well. So folks passing pills around like frisbees. That's another reason why I said extended with a switch could be in the switch in the hips and also the switch in people's behavior. Okay, so extended with a switch, no Diddy. Folks passing pills around like frisbees. And booby trap going up on a Wednesday. I'm in a bag. It's a Monica Lewinsky. So let's backtrack a little bit. folks passing pills around like a frisbee. He's talking about the Diddy parties where people, of course, the allegations are that pills get passed around or thrown inside of the drinks. A booby trap going up on a Wednesday. I'm in a bag. It's a Monica Lewinsky. Basically, he's trying to say that Diddy basically, I mean, it's in the court documents allegedly that Diddy basically bribes people with money to get and of course he in receive for these sexual favors. So he bribes people with money and fame in which he tries to receive the sexual favors. So I'm in a bag of some Monica Lewinsky, of course referring to Monica Lewinsky that gave head to Bill Clinton, okay, to keep her job. You see how that works? Monica Lewinsky was a secretary that basically was trying to get higher up in politics and in the world through giving head to Bill Clinton. Basically, all of these people were Monica Lewinsky's to Diddy. Okay? So, I'm fucking rappers, baby mamas, no Diddy. Take that. That was a little bit harsh right there. Because Gucci has somewhat of a tidbit with 50 Cent. So for him to throw it in the way he did, I'm fucking rappers, baby mamas, no Diddy. Then he says to take that after that. Of course, that's a direct shot at 50 and Diddy. That's the crazy part about that, because fucking rappers, baby mamas, no Diddy is referring to Daphne, 50 Cent's baby mother. Okay? So I got these niggas in their feelings like Drizzy, talking about Drake. I'm in New York, I'm moving prison, no Diddy. Think about that. I'm in New York, I'm moving prison, no Diddy. He's talking about the fact that he knows Diddy is allegedly a CI informant, okay? There's been a lot of words that Diddy is an informant, and the reason why he's able to run around and do the things he does is because he actually talks and works for the government. So for him to play on words with I'm in New York, I'm moving prison, that was right there a direct correlation to him knowing that Diddy is also an informant. I got the power and respect, no Diddy. The CEO in the video, no Diddy. Of course, the Suge Knight was all in the videos, dancing and whatnot. Come to Death Row, that whole thing. So the CEO in the video, but no Diddy. Cause I ain't dancing like a hoe, no Diddy. See, goes right into that. Cause I ain't dancing like a hoe, no Diddy. Can't go out like Pac, no Kizzy. Notice how he threw the Suge Knight reference in right following into the Pac part. So once again, break it down for you. So hope y'all following along. The CEO in the video, but no Diddy, cause I ain't dancing like a hoe, no Diddy. Suge Knight, cause I ain't going out like Pac. So he knows right there. This is why I said Gucci Mane is a lot more smarter than people think he is. So right there, there's a direct correlation to him knowing about Diddy being in the Keefe D trial, or being supposedly about to be mentioned in the Keefe D trial, because him saying that can't go out like Pac part right after the Suge Knight part is him knowing about that night in Vegas and him knowing about Diddy possibly having something to do with the unaliving of Pac that they've been saying. I think that's why Gucci has went full-fledged on a war the way he's been doing, because Gucci Mane was a heavy Tupac fan as well. So this is something that's interesting that, like I said, Gucci is choosing the wording that he's using the way he is. This is very lyrical on Gucci's part. Let me just say that as well. I was not expecting Gucci to be this subliminally lyrical the way he is. Okay, so play with WAP and get popped, no Diddy. Play with WAP, come up some play with your head, basically. Play with the head and get popped, basically. No Diddy. She on the pills and the coke, no Diddy. Again, a reference to the 2C, because the 2C is the mixed in drug. Okay. Keep a mule for the dope, no Diddy. Referencing Brendan Paul. Okay. Remember, Brendan Paul was one of the mules, one of the drug mules that got caught. Okay. Diamonds dancing on my chest, no Diddy. Of course, you're talking about the actual money and whatnot, right? But blow a nigga car up like Kid Cudi. Notice how he did a playful, what do you call it? A playful compliment to Diddy, but then also said, but blow a nigga car up like Kid Cudi. So the blow a nigga car up like Kid Cudi, that's very obvious. That's in reference to the Cassie lawsuit case, in which in the lawsuit she says that Diddy had Kid Cudi's car blown up. Okay? And Kid Cudi actually confirmed, yeah, Diddy had my car blown up. I know. I'm on the yacht taking shots, No Diddy. Of course, the many references to the Little Rod case of being on the yacht and taking and getting drunk and whatever. Pay for the top from the thought, No Diddy. Of course. Pay for the top from the thought, the sex workers. He's talking about the sex worker references. Some niggas want a boss. This one was very. this one here. Some niggas want to boss me. I'm not 50. But some niggas want to boss me. I'm not 50. But get a nigga ass touched like Biggie, No Diddy. For him to throw that one in there, that one was a very interesting line. For the simple fact that he could have left it at, but get a nigga ass touched, No Diddy. The fact that he emphasized the like Biggie, then No Diddy, you have to understand there's rumors and talk right now that Biggie was bisexual. Okay? There was rumors that Biggie was, and then you have the lyrics that suck on your daddy's dick. You know what I'm saying? It's different things that correlate with the actual rumor of Biggie being bisexual than the sexual favors that he had done for Diddy to even maintain and keep the record deal, and the blackballing that Diddy, the black mailing that Diddy was doing behind the scenes to keep Biggie on the label as well, for having him do those sexual favors and keeping him, like I said, under wraps on the label. There was a lot of talk about that. Okay, so for Gucci to be knowledgeable of that and get a nigga ass touched like Biggie, No Diddy. Like I said, he could have left it at get a nigga ass touched, No Diddy. The fact that he said get a nigga ass touched like Biggie. Think about that. Because you've never heard of Biggie touching ass before. You never heard of Biggie touching a dude's ass, but for him to even play on the words of even thinking that, like I said, Gucci was way more detailed and intricate than I thought he would be for this particular record. So let's move on to the second verse, right? So the second verse, he goes, some niggas try to shine on me, but no Diddy. Right off the bat, more subliminal. Some niggas tried to shine on me, but no Diddy. Talking about, and then he even puts it in the ad lib, shine. he ad lib shine again, just to go to show you he's referencing, of course, the shooting back in the '90s where Shine was the fall guy in that club shooting. Cause I keep the Uzi when I be in Philly. That one caught me off guard. I keep the Uzi when I be in Philly, because he didn't have to throw that in there. But I wonder, was he really trying to play on the fact that everyone's starting to say that Uzi has got some sugar in his tank as well, because of how he looked at Coachella. And then he started to say that a lot of people thought that he was about to come out the closet at Coachella. Even when he was like, something I've been always wanting to say, something I always wanted to, and then he just, I love you. He was basically prefacing to come out the closet, but just didn't. And then, of course, like I said, how he's acting. Okay, so it was interesting choice of words for Gucci to even do, because I keep the Uzi when I be in Philly. And then the following line, get this, the following lines are, if you say that it's up, then it's stuck to the ceiling. But these niggas all talk like Wallow and Gilly. When I saw that, or should I say when I heard that line, but these niggas all talk like Wallow and Gilly, notice this. Gucci has never done $1 million worth of game interview. Not one. Okay? So that tells me that there's some underlying beef somewhere between them. Somewhere between Gucci Man and Gilly the Kid. And while, like I said, for him to even throw on the Philly part, of course, Gilly and Wallow being from Philly, For him to throw the Philly reference in there right before him sliding in saying if you say it's up, it's stuck, but these niggas always talking like Wallow and Gilly. Obviously, like I said, he has some type of problem with Wallow and Gilly, but he knows that there is some type of situation between Wallow, Gilly, and Diddy. That's why he chose to throw. Remember, everything that he's throwing in here is Diddy related. So keep that in mind. Every single name he drops in here is Diddy related in some way, shape, form, or fashion, even Uzi. We ain't got to pull up the pictures of Uzi being at the Diddy parties. We don't have to pull that up. But like I said, the fact that he's using the play on words with Wallow and Gilly, like I said, it definitely led me to believe there is something going on there between Wallow, Gilly, Diddy, and Gucci that Gucci knows about. Gucci knows something about that, about $1 million worth of game that people don't know, and why they're able to get the money that they're getting. Let me also say that what's done in the dark will come to the light. Why is it the following line of these niggas all talk like Wallow and Gilly? What's done in the dark will come to the light. You niggas all bark, but ain't got no bite. I know two wrongs don't make no right, but they must be blind because they said it's on sight. So, again, they said it's on site. There's something between Wallow, Gilly, and Gucci. Somebody went through a Diddy party or two, and Gucci knows about it. That's what I'm starting to think. The feds trying to set a nigga. This was an interesting part right here too. The feds try to set a nigga up. No Diddy. About to take the jet off the mountain, no kidding. See, a nigga always strapped, no Diddy. On the phone with my lawyer about to send him $10 million. See, this part was interesting right here. So the feds trying to set a nigga up, no Diddy, about to take the jet off the mountain, no kidding. That part right there is in referencing to the raid that happened in L.A. that morning, because Diddy got tipped off that the feds were even coming. That's why he was actually in LA that morning, and then when he got word that the feds were coming, he flew off again from LA 9 o'clock that morning. Okay, about to take the jet off the mountain, no kidding, and flew right to where? Antigua. No, actually he landed in Florida first, and he went to Antigua. So, see, a nigga always strapped, no Diddy, of course, referencing to the pouch again. On the phone with my lawyer about to send him $10 million. I wonder if when Gucci first got knocked and went away for a bit, I wonder if Diddy had something to do with it and Gucci learned of it. Reason why I said learned of it is because he had recently saw him a couple of years ago at CEO Pierre P's party and ran into him. They even hung out with each other. You know what I mean? He's taken Diddy around Atlanta with him. So I wonder now if recently something happened where Gucci had to go basically, as you say, he had to go quiet for a while and put a lawyer on retainer, thus him saying on the phone with my lawyer about to send him $10 million. He got jerked. He got signed by Diddy. He can't even hoop, but just did a 360. This line right here was directly at Brendan Paul. He got jerked. He got signed by Diddy. He can't even hoop, but just did a 360. That can't even hoop reference is the Syracuse basketball reference. Remember we looked up Brendan Paul's basketball history and the fact that he basically didn't even play? He was just on the team just to be on the team. He played maybe 15 minutes throughout the season. Maybe 15 minutes throughout the whole damn season. Okay? And took one shot. He took one shot out of the entire 30-game season. He took one shot. Okay? He can't even hoop, but just did a 360. That tells me right there, Gucci has some insight that kid Brendan Paul got flipped. That's what he's trying to say. He's trying to say that that kid got flipped and is going to turn on Diddy with the feds. He is going to snitch. That is what Gucci is saying. He got J-Jerk, got signed to Diddy. He can't even hoop, but just did 360. The feds flipped him. That's what he's trying to say. Because notice this record came out the very fucking day that people said that Brendan Paul had got indicted on the felony charges. And that he could be doing a lot of time unless he cooperates. Gucci's not as dumb as people think. Why you ain't ever seen WAP at the brunch? Because they might spike the punch. Man, that shit too risky. That shit was funny as hell. So the rhyme on that is he got J Jerk, he got signed to Diddy. He can't even hoop, but just did 360. Why you ain't see WAP at the brunch? Because they might spike the punch. Man, that shit be too risky. Rule number 1, never be too friendly. These industry niggas have bad intentions. I don't trust nobody and I stay my distance. Plus your whole team sorry like the Detroit Pistons. So, interesting there that he starts to now go at Jay. That was a little bit weird that the end of this is starting to dwindle down going at Rock Nation a little bit. Why you ain't never see WAP at the brunch? Because they might spike the punch. Why would you think, remember, the brunch is a Rock Nation party. That's a Jay-Z party. So why are you thinking that there's spiking going on at the Rock Nation brunch? Interesting there, Gucci. Rule number one, never be too friendly. These industry niggas have bad intentions. So, again, going off of the rumor of allegedly of the bad negotiations that go on at the Rock Nation brunch, at the favor exchanges that go on at the Rock Nation brunch, always have some type of bad intentions to them. I remember looking at one of the brunches from a couple years ago, and my jaw damn near dropped because I started looking around at the different people that were there. I started looking at Tory Lanez. It was a few different people. Tory Lanez, Chance the Rapper, which to name them, Chance the Rapper has been divorced since then. Tory Lanez has gone to jail since then. There was a couple of people that I just started looking at like, yo, something that has happened to all of y'all since this 2020 brunch. If you look close at the 2020 Rock Nation brunch, a lot of shit happened after that. A lot of shit started happening after that. And if you go further back to say maybe the 2018 one, again, shit started happening. It's almost like something happens after every single brunch. Something big happens in the industry. And Gucci has been very knowledgeable of that. I don't trust nobody and I stay my distance, plus your whole team sorry like the Detroit Pistons. When I saw that was, like I said, when he's saying your whole team sorry like the Detroit Pistons, he's basically talking about the label staff. And of course, Bad Boy doesn't have a label staff right now, but he's definitely, like I said, that's a shade to Rock Nation right there. Got to check up on the wrist. Got to check up on my wrist, but can't go out like Diddy. Of course, talking about him being on the run. He could check his time, but he can't go outside no way like Diddy. That's so fucked up. Fuck the wig off a bitch, but can't go out like Diddy. Oh my god. And I just woke up with a model in the bed with big titties with no makeup, and she still looked pretty. No Diddy. Yo, Gucci's different. Gucci's different, man. I wasn't expecting this type of record from him at all. I wasn't expecting this type of record from him whatsoever. And I damn sure wasn't expecting him to be, like I said, this lyrically profound. But take a look at some of these interesting clips of Gucci actually hanging out with Diddy.
Shout out all over Central. It's your boy Goo Up.
This is the CEO. This is the CEO Pierre P party.
Hey, tell him pull right. Hey, go tell him to pull right here in front of this car, bro. Yo. Hey, big part two. What's up, man? I know. I'm talking about my favorite right here. But hold up, man. Hold up, man. Man, don't play with him. Hey, man. Sir. Come on, man. Come on, sir. Legendary. Y'all look beautiful.
Right here. The light is horrible.
I had to cut the music. You know I can't let that shit rock. But this is, like I said, the CEO Pierre P's birthday party, which I showed some of this party when we did the breakdown of Takeoff. And one of the biggest things that I always took from this, that, you know, one of the biggest things I always took from it was, aside of all the shady shit that happens and the secretive negotiations that go on, I hate the fact that it goes on amongst so much fun. Because when I see shit like the Tiana Taylor and Diddy having a little dance off, when I see things like that, I'm like, yo, y'all just having a good time having fun. But then to know about all the other shady shit that goes on after the fact, that's what fucks it up for me. Because I'm like, it's very deceiving. It's super deceiving to be seeing that and them just having a good time, and you saying, hey, I want to be there too, and you hear about all the shit that happens after that because these parties happen. Like, it's sad, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I said it discourages me, because like I said, I want to go to these parties and have the good time, but then you figure out that the shit really does come with a price. And a very costly one at that. Like, it ain't worth it. It's just not worth it. There's Gucci, of course, trying a vegan meal that he doesn't seem to like very much.
Heirloom, made microgreens, some fresh vegan mayo.
Fresh vegan mayo.
Go up, eat your food, man.
Go up, eat your food, man.
Ain't nobody doing.
It's mostly just vegetables. It's tomatoes, some greens.
Tell the truth about it. It's all good.
Just try it.
Gucci like, I ain't with that. He's like, I don't know about this. I don't know about that. But yeah, that was basically all that was him just showing off the veganism. So, like I said, Gucci, and I don't understand. I kind of don't understand how him and Diddy even began to be so, you know, so much enemies.
So what's going down tonight, Mr. C?
Man, I'm just saying, I'm going with the flow. You know, it's love, man. Sometimes you got
He done got Diddy all drunk.
other cats, worlds, and vibrations.
They in Atlanta chilling. This is after the Pierre. This is after the Pierre party. And so it just begs the question: when did it go wrong between Diddy and Gucci Mane? And like I said, I'm wondering now if it was just a situation where Gucci found out about all the shady shit that Diddy was doing behind the scenes and just, hey. Because I know Gucci's also an opportunist. He's a get money nigga. He's a street nigga. So at the same time, he's always going to be, you know, that's a hustler move right there to make a record called No Diddy. But for him to do all the subliminals that he was throwing in there is what leads me to believe that there's something else underlying in that. For him to throw all the disrespectful subliminals that he did tells me there's a lot underlying in that. Like I said, he could have left that Biggie line at No Diddy. He ain't have to throw Biggie in it. He ain't have to. But there's a lot of things that say Gucci know more than he's saying. You know? And I guess we'll stay on the bad boy side of things. We shall stay on the bad boy side of things. Because I would like for you guys to meet someone that was very close to Diddy back in the day. If you don't know who that might be, there was a gentleman by the name of Kirk Burrows that was the president of Bad Boy Records in the 90s. That was around Diddy for quite some time. Okay? Gene Deal sat down with him as well as he sat down with all the dialogue. Now, of course, Kirk Burrows has been dismissed because everybody just thinks he's just an alleged president of Def Jam, but he was the actual president of Def Jam, of Bad Boy Records. So I'm going to show the first clip here with Gene Deal.
I remember giving you a phone call when I was on the video set out there, and I said, Kirk, we need more security out here.
Yes.
We need more security, Kirk.
Yes.
Because what you had told me, motherfucker, to get me out there, you said, Gene, we're not going anywhere. We're going to do Soul Train. We're going to do studio. He got a couple of meetings. He ain't doing no parties, none of that.
Yeah, I might have told you that story.
Yeah.
And part of it was true because we were only supposed to be there for the function, and the way I looked at it, that night was going to be what it was, and then that very next day, I was getting on a plane to go from L.A. to Europe with Biggie, just he and I, to go and deal with the whole European press. One of the first times ever that had happened for a rap artist. Arista, Clive Davis, a genius, and that team at the time, a genius, and what they do, never had the success in hip-hop that they had until Bad Boy came along. And they repaid the favor as one of the companies that lasted up to 13. They repaid the favor by giving us a rollout with Biggie that really matched the release of his second album, which we worked hard to make a double album. We're talking about all of that in the book. And in the situation was that knowing it was going to be something special, he created for the first time for a rap artist a European press junket so that upon the release of the album in the States, he would have press around the world globally.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Now look, God ended up giving him that press anyway.
Now, isn't that something?
Wow.
Around the world.
So isn't that something? So you already had a template, basically, for international promotion right prior to Biggie Smalls passing? So wouldn't that be interesting that you still had the international promotion right after Biggie's passing? You pretty much developed a template for this man to go global and then took it.
Globally. Yeah. I remember you called me back and you said he's not paying for no more security.
Now, that's one interesting thing. So think about this, right? On top of that, he's not paying for any more security, of course. So think about this interesting thing, too, because in that same article that they're showing right here, in that very same article, they go on to talk about the No Way Out album. Now, mind you, the No Way Out album had not came out yet. But they were talking about the No Way Out rapper. They were talking about the No Way Out rapper in reference to Sean Diddy Combs. And Biggie Smalls was going to be his manager. So isn't that something? An international promotion was already set up, in which and press run, if you will, was set up to where Biggie Smalls would be the manager of Sean Diddy Combs, not the other way around. Isn't that something? Inside this very article was the promotion of Diddy becoming a rapper and Biggie becoming his manager, not the other way around of Biggie having his second album promoted. Isn't that something?
He's not paying for no security. I was like, and then you said, Gene, but Biggie's going to London.
London.
And I said, all right. So me and this cat is running everywhere. And I mean, I know I was bugging you. You know, like, yo, Kirk, we going here. We at this. You told me we wasn't going nowhere. I said, we here, we there. He said, yo, Gene, we gonna be out of there right after the Soul Train Awards, because Biggie is going to London. You understand? I said, all right, cool. So now, my whole thing about it was this, is that I've said this numerous of times. Mm-hmm. You made it clear to me, and the people out here, they might think that, oh, well, Gene, why does he even know that part of the business and stuff like that? But I'm right next to him all the time when he's taking his phone. And then
you're there with him, so he's calling me, and everything that he says is the business. I make the business happen, and as I make the business happen, sometimes he changes his mind.
Right. Because Kirk, am I telling the truth when I said that he literally cursed you out about that whole London trip that they set up and told you that I don't give a shit, and he said he's not going to London, and whatever you gotta do for it not to happen, you better do it.
More along the lines of, Big's not going, you figure it out, you go.
So look at that, right? He made sure, and I mean he made guaranteed damn sure, that Biggie was not going to be allowed to go to London, and instead, he made sure he was going to be in L.A. the night he got killed. Isn't that something? He guaranteed him not being able to do the global promotion for the second album. He made sure that he was to stay in L.A. just to do the Soul Train Awards party. He wanted Biggie Smalls to die that night, is what I am gathering from this information here. He was supposed to be in London promoting the Life After Death album, and instead he was forced to stay in L.A. You heard it there.
Figure it out. You understand? Because I was trying to explain and break down how big of a thing this was that they did for Bad Boy. Mm-hmm. The very first time that our artists would be able to follow up. He knew that they were backing us the right way, because when we launched the company, we had a big launch in Europe, in London. Mm-hmm. And great thing, now the albums are coming up, we're going back to seed the soil for the success of the music and the artists. Like, you know, personality is mercurial, changes like that. So when you're in the midst and things are happening and you get the left, right, and you get all these different options and decisions, sometimes you make decisions on the spot. And he decided that Biggie wasn't going to go. He didn't care whether I went or not, but he decided that Biggie wasn't going to go.
Right.
It didn't make sense for me to go. All those people in Europe wasn't
looking for Biggie.
They were looking for Biggie. So it turned out to be a Saturday morning conflict that I had to figure out, where most people on the East Coast was on a weekend, and they're thinking we're in the air, and there's hundreds of journalists formulating, flying in from where they're flying in to meet us in London.
But Kirk, you couldn't. It was Thursday when we was just sitting in the limousine, and he was telling you to figure it out and everything like that. You had at least 2 days.
No, it actually was Friday Well, listen, it actually was whatever day we were supposed to fly was the day after the award show. I think the award show was a Friday night.
Right.
And then that Saturday morning, we were supposed to be at the airport very
Right.
early, no celebration.
But I'm talking about when he told you Thursday. He told you because I think you mentioned it to him. I know that you mentioned it to him while we was in the limousine.
Here's the point. It's a schedule that he knew we were supposed to do. He knew how big it was.
Right.
So someone needles at you. It's like like, I don't know if you have children or, as they go through a growing phase, they know they're supposed to do something, but they want to do something else. So they begin to needle you about the something else as if you might have forgot what they were supposed to do and begin to set the stage that I'm not doing that. So it started on Thursday with, what are you talking about? And I'm like, he's bugging. Friday, we need to get that thing. We need to have that party, do whatever we're going to do, or go to the Soul Train, have that good time, be at the airport on time. So this is huge, it's big. He called Friday night after the awards show. Something must have been going on. He was like, no, not going anywhere. I was up from whatever time that was in L.A., 3, 4, 5, 6, to the time we were supposed to be at the airport, 7, calling Biggie, trying to coordinate. Biggie went along with what his plan was. And he still got global coverage because what happened...
That's crazy. That's some deep shit.
What happened that next night, nobody wanted to have happen. We probably wouldn't have wanted to go if we knew that was going to happen. We knew there was a chance for something to happen, but we didn't know it could be that would happen. And we knew to be on point, and that's why we were trying to be as secure as possible. In the middle of those changes, doing this, doing that.
You remember cussing me out
Yes,
the next day?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, somebody gave you some felonious information because Arista was calling me. Arista was calling me because I had did a job, and I didn't know Arista was the one who was paying me for the job. You understand? It didn't come out of Bad Boy budget.
Sometimes some of those functions were promotional function direct from them, and they cut the budget direct.
Right.
Sometimes out of our budget, we did it, and sometimes it was good to have them do it because then we got the promotion, didn't have to pay for it.
See, I didn't know that. So what the person from Arista was calling me, telling me that they needed my social security number, and I was
like, who is this? And
hanging up on that. And so when we was out there, I think, no, you told me, you said, Gene, Arista's trying to pay you your money and everything like that. Why you keep hanging up on them? I said, they talking about damn social security number.
It might have been something that they paid for a portion of what we were doing in the show, at the award show for Biggie, all the things that we were doing. So some of the monies that came from that, we were able to pay staff and the team.
So have you ever noticed that when it was time to actually, pay up, Diddy never necessarily had to pay anything? It was always more of a situation to where, someone had to pay someone through someone else. That's kind of odd there. So another clip I came across was how Kirk Burrows actually, even got into the beef with Diddy, of course. But before I get into that, I want you to hear this one here about Wendy Williams.
The Bad Boy tour, man, the one that took place in '95. Faith, she said that she didn't go on that tour because she found out Biggie and Lil' Kim was messing around, and she didn't want to go on tour and be around that. And she also said that she wasn't getting paid for that tour, and she said that's the reason why she ended up in L.A. and she ended up in that picture with Tupac in the club. You being the president at that time, is that true?
Let me tell you about the tour. A young company like Bad Boy Entertainment had to break artists. We had these artists signed. We had to make them Some of them were work artists, and some were artists that had natural talent that had to be exposed. So Biggie came out of the box. Good. Now we had to get these other artists going. The relationship with Arista is that we set Biggie up, we made a success with him. Now let's get this budget drawn down for artist 2, artist 3, so on and so forth. As we're recording them and getting their music ready, knowing what the sound is about to be about, we get an opportunity to go on the road. One artist is getting paid. We might get a chance to squeeze another artist in, but they have to do it for promo, for free. Arista might pay for their lodgings, their per diem, their food, their room and board, their to and from, but they have to work on that stage and let the audience get to know them and not get paid for it. Sometimes that's the most invaluable marketing campaign startup that you can get, to be out there in front of the audience. Sometimes you can't pay for that. And sometimes an artist not understanding the opportunity would not want to work for free, because that's what it looks like. Someone else is getting paid, I'm doing it for free, I can't see the benefit. So I can see her not doing it, and I can see her, and I can understand her answer at that point in her career. Maybe if you ask her today, she might have a different view of that opportunity. Also, not to be in the middle of people's relationships, but if that's what was going on at the time, they were together and he might have been with Little Kim, she might not have wanted to be out there in the middle of all of that in the mix. If she gave that answer honestly, I would have to accept that as being the truth, because all of those things were going on at that time.
What was your reaction and what was Biggie's reaction to the picture of Tupac and Faith? And did y'all know in real time that, you know, she was out there hanging out in L.A. with Tupac, Suge, and Death Row? Did y'all know?
Well, we got word that the ladies of Bad Boy were on the West Coast, the Queens were on the West Coast. Sean's baby mother and Biggie's girl, Faith. And what happened was Misa, a stylist, talented in her own right, wanted to venture out and get checks on her own. She had little baby Justin. She wanted to make a living for herself. So she started taking and accepting clients. A part of the way this game works, it's a chess game.
Now, pause it right there, because Kirk's leaving out a very interesting piece to the puzzle. Misa Hilton is at the time Puff's baby mother, of course. Now, throw in the part. She has Justin Combs. Continue now, Kirk.
Of course, someone from the West is going to know that she's available. They're going to hire her out there to come and style them. So she gets a job, a check opportunity that you just would not want to refuse. I could see through it that these people are paying to get her out there. They want to have the picture opportunity. They want to have whatever the opportunity is. We're in the middle of an East Coast, West Coast beef, or the startup of it, but people still need to eat. You still need to travel from both coasts to the other. The women don't understand the battle as much as the men do. Some people didn't know about the battle at all. Only a few people. So they're out there on the West, and we're thinking of how to protect them, how to pull or rein them in, how they went out for 1 or 2 days, ended up being a week or two. It went from working to hanging out, partying, and extended stay, and chumminess, and all of that. Not that I heard from Big direct, but the things that I had to do was to get these bras back over here, get them back home.
So now, think about that as well. We're in the middle of the East Coast, West Coast beef, and somehow Faith Evans and Misa Hilton both get flown out to L.A. for work and partying with Suge and Pac. Yeah. Okay.
Simple.
Right. So how did you get Faith and Misa back? I mean, break that down for me, man. Was it difficult to get them from L.A. back to New York?
A lot of, hey, what's up? What y'all doing out there? What's going on? What's the problem? A lot of begging and pleading. If their husbands couldn't get them back or their men couldn't get them back, I could only do but stand in the middle and do a little bit of pleading on one knee, as I'm hoping that they would come home so that the pressure can be off with these dudes.
Now, the plot thickens. This is also during the time, of course, Misa was having problems with Diddy, and Faith and Biggie were in a separation. The plot thickens.
So we can get back to what we need to do, take care of the business as well as all the other things that was happening at the same time. You know, people can't think straight when they think their woman is across the country doing something else. It's simple.
Suge Knight. Is it true that Suge Knight took a picture with Misa and Puffy's son Justin, and Puffy found out about the picture and he went crazy? Take me through that, man. How did that come about?
One of those trips, she may have been hired by someone relatable to Death Row, or maybe by Death Row Exec. I don't know. But the check was right, and she took the check, and she went to the West Coast to do the job. Baby Justin was with her. Somehow she was called to that office, I guess, to see the artist or the talent, to meet the people that were cutting the check. And it ended up being Suge Knight, and she was treated very well. I mean, they laid out for her, like, you know, a welcoming mat and all of that. And so well that it got back to the East that she was there in the office and that Suge was meeting Justin Combs and possibly holding him in his arms, and that there was a photographer taking a picture, and that wasn't the picture that we needed to see on our end or that we wanted the world to see at all. So I remember that day extensively. It hit us like, you know, a rocket launcher or something. It hit us hard. I remember getting off the phone. It was almost damn near half a day, maybe 2, 3 o'clock. And maybe in the afternoon, Wendy Day was promoing, announcing something big was going to happen. Not Wendy Day, Wendy Williams, pardon me, everyone. Wendy Williams, radio personality, TV personality, Wendy Williams, was announcing in her super highly rated afternoon show that might have been even syndicated then, that she had big news coming that involved Justin Dior Combs. Perked my ear up. I said, yo, what's going on? We started calling everybody. He was calling me. He got a heads up. He started calling the bosses at Hot 97. The street team was listening. They heard. The executives heard. We instantly all left the office, 19th Street, some in cabs, some in cars, some running all the way down to Hudson Street where Hot 97 was, to get down there just to handle the situation and make sure that that picture was not exposed to the masses and was not delivered through Wendy Williams. In all of that fricka-fracas, if you look back, history would tell you that she was let go from Hot 97 over that and had to go to another city to operate out of. And I think she remembers that in the way she should remember, as something that happened that ran her out of town. And then she was able to come back and be the Wendy Williams that she is now today with all the success that she's had. But that was a snafu that day with us and with my godson in that picture, that image. On the chessboard, it didn't look right on.
So Wendy was the one that leaked the picture back then. And a lot of people thought that Wendy basically was getting blackballed because of the hip-hop gay agenda, which more than likely she was that too, as well as, you know, there's another interview she did that possibly could have gotten her, you know, blackballed behind the scenes as well, which we will play during the Little Kim doc. Wendy was in the hot seat for this picture, though, as you can hear. And, of course, I'm not going to say rightfully so, but I am going to say it was wrong place, wrong time for Wendy to basically put her nose in the middle of the East Coast, West Coast beef in the first place.
Any level. Common level, behind the curtain, and high principalities and kingdoms level. It didn't look good.
Crazy, man. So that's the reason why she got fired from Hot 97, because of that picture. That picture of Suge Knight and Misa.
They fired her. I think that situation led to her being fired. The pressure from old boy in regard to that. Remember, if you go back in time, Hot 97 was launching around the time that Bad Boy launched. We came with the records that helped the rotation to be fulfilled. Flex, his career started with Bad Boy early days with the promotional parties with Daddy's House.
Him and Mr. C. So that would make a lot more sense if we're thinking about it on a business terms. The launch of the radio station was happening. So, of course, it wasn't a thing of, oh, well, he has the power and the money, we have to remove you. It was a, look, this guy basically is keeping this station alive right now. We can't have you up here having an actual tit for tat with him.
He was the DJ. Hot 97 coming along. He was the hottest party DJ in the city based on our events. And now he's that DJ in that time slot. We were very influential. We were very impressionable. We had the records. We had the sound for the East. It was an East Coast radio station. We helped them considerably with their launch. So we had access to call when there was a problem at that point in time. There was a problem.
Now, another clip I want to quickly play is the one of him basically, like I said, getting into how him and Diddy even had a problem to begin with. So remember, we're talking about the president of Bad Boy here, Kirk Burrows, y'all. Kirk been around the block for a long time, and he been. And the crazy thing is, I want you to pay attention to this interview, right? This clip right here, because remember what we're also talking about. Kirk Burrows being the president of Bad Boy Records back then, having so much information and behind the scenes knowledge. Wouldn't you think with all the Andre Harrells, the Heavy D's that died, the Biggie Smalls that passed, the Craig Mack that passed, the G Depp going to jail, the Black Robs that passed, the Maces being blackballed, the Danity Kanes being blackballed, the Making the Bands being blackballed. Do I have to continue? Why is Kirk still alive and untouched?
What went wrong between you and Puffy? Because if I'm not mistaken, he made you give up your ownership in Bad Boy, right? And they had you in the room and they had bats and they made you give over your percentage?
Art, I would love to be able to answer that. Like I said, the evolution of the company started like you and I sitting like we are right now. If in a way it's like you're there and I'm across from you. That's the way we started Bad Boy. I would come over to the Uptown office, my notebooks, writing down everything I needed to do that day. Oh, let's get the LLC together. Oh, call Kenny, we need the employment agreement. Oh, let's do this. Oh, we got this session to do. Oh, mostly it was productions with the producers because we were uniquely situated as Bad Boy Productions to do productions on Uptown artists' productions, and we were paid through Bad Boy, through Uptown paying Bad Boy to do tracks for like Heavy D, Mary J, things of that sort. So we were very active in that, and that kept us very busy in that time to do that. And what happened along the way, we had a lot of success, got fired from Uptown. I was there, helping him to build back up again. Loyal, no betrayal, no stealing, family, his son's godfather. We were renegotiating Bad Boy. We had gotten over CCNY. It looked like the coast was clear. We were renegotiating with Arista. We were about to get a step up in the money. I had 25% of the company. I didn't know why he needed to get that back from me and then give it back to me again. I didn't understand that. That's like a trick, like, okay, here, I gave it to you, now give it back, and don't worry, I'm gonna give it right back to you. I didn't want to give it up. So he came into my office one day unexpected, him and Kenny Marsalis, they had it planned out. Kenny had the briefcase with all the stock certificates in it, and Diddy had the bat. Not like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you with the bat, but he had the bat like, man, we got to do this. This has to happen. I didn't feel I was gonna get beat down in that office, in all honesty. I got people that can jump out of the shadows in a minute. I wasn't threatened by him. What I was messed up over was the fact that I started this company with you from day zero, and now the one solid thing that you told me I had, you wanna take that back and do a return to me on that at this critical time that we're renegotiating and getting a step up on the contract. When he told me it was about all of that renegotiating and that I should trust, I did, begrudgingly, angry, upset. It wasn't right. I did it. He got the stock back. I went on, tried to get over that, kept doing my job. doing what I had to do, delivering everything. And once again, I was caught up in the job. I forgot all about it. And next thing you know, we had the snafu. I was fired. And he just said, oh, okay, bye. And since he had never given me the stock back, he never said that he would pay me anything or give me anything. He just avoided me all these years. Not only did he avoid me all these years, running high and low, I went on and started working with Mary, who the three of us started out together through Bad Boy Productions. What's the 411? She was signed to Uptown. She was started out under elder A&R person. He assumed an internship position, from internship to vice president of AD and A&R. He assumed the Mary Project. He put that magic on it. And with all of that success, when he got fired from there, the depression sunk in, suicide attempts, me, him, and his mother holding him together, Andre bringing him back, more success. Andre fires him, more depression. I set up the company, go get the deal for distribution. Biggie dies, depression, upset, wrong decision, the worst. I'm tired of puffing him up now, because so many people had warned. I'm a little not distant, but not running after you with the shovel, cleaning up all the shit. Smell a little bit of it now. We lost the number one guy that we have. Listen, smell a little bit of it. Learn a lesson. He said, nah, you out. I didn't pursue it with a lawsuit. I looked at it like this was big, black, beautiful. I had something to do with it. It looks good. I don't want to embarrass myself in front of all the other cultures that looked at us and said they were winning. This was beautiful. And say, oh, I knew something was messed up with those guys. I knew something was wrong. I was trying to hold that back. At the same time, it was the worst thing that could have ever happened. He didn't want to honor me with credit. He started erasing my names off the albums, taking me off of anything that had any history with the company. He never paid me not one thing out. Percentage-wise, legacy-wise from Bad Boy Entertainment, and I had 25%. In the legal world, I still have what they call a tolling agreement. If you give someone something, take it back, and didn't give them a fair exchange in value for it, then it's not a consummated deal per se. I still have a claim on those stocks.
Okay, so one last one here. One last one here of Mr. Kirk Burrows. And it's from his Instagram. Not necessarily by him, but something I had stumbled upon with him. Okay? So this is his Instagram. So I can pause this real quick. Funny how he put this up recently.
I don't know, everybody be calling you pastor, man. Everything that you got going, maybe you just got to go say a prayer and you got to go approach him. You know what I mean? Or, unlike him.
I want you to read up here also where it says
everybody
knows I got the receipts.
Topic, but like even Kirk Burrows, I saw some of the little interviews that he was doing. At least
Kirk Burrows, if I can just interject.
He can really time stamp.
If I can interject, Kirk Burrows is a great fucking human being. He spent money in the early days of my publishing journey. Kirk used to cut checks. I believe Kirk. He caught a bad one. And,
exactly.
Great human being, Kirk Burrows. Great fucking human being.
Go ahead. Kirk got receipts. He has his receipts. He can timestamp dates and times and different accounts and stuff was made. You were over there partying so much. I don't know why you weren't even trying to secure yourself. And if you knew what he was doing, supposedly with all the business practices and stuff like that with other artists, how come you weren't securing yourself? You're grown. Right. I mean, the young excuse sounds good until you really trying to argue over $3 million. Because then you, at the end of the day, though, man, you're grown. You super, super, super grown. You know what I mean? I don't know. Everybody be calling you Pastor, man. Everything that you got going, maybe you just got to go say a prayer and you got to go approach him. You know what I mean? Or, you know, unlike him, I mean, I think this is going a little bit off topic, but like even Kirk Burrows, I saw.
So yeah, everybody knows now. Kirk Burrows got some receipts, and if we're talking about, like she just said, if we combine those receipts with the receipts that Mace got, okay, it's gonna be sticky. It's gonna be a long day in court for Brother Love. It's gonna be a long day in court. Long day in court. So, moving right along real quick, but still staying on, I guess you could say, the topic of things, you know. I came across, just walking down the street one day, looking through my YouTube, I see Oskino. Now, if you don't know who Oskino is from State Property, okay? I'll show you guys who Oskino is real quick. Because I know some of y'all that's my age is saying, oh, I remember Oskino, oh shit. I know you talking about. I don't remember what he looked like, but I know you talking about. Let's show you guys Oskino, okay? I'll do you one better. I'll show you who he was signed to. If it same thing will type for me. Okay? Like I said, Oskino was signed to State Property. Which would mean he did a lot of dealings with this guy, Jay-Z. As you can see here, a picture of Jay with State Property. Beanie Siegel, Memphis Bleak, Freeway. I believe this was Neef and Chris of the Young Guns. Okay? That's State Property. Now, inside State Property would be Oskino. Oskino was early Rockefeller at that. So he wasn't just State Property that came around during the days of B.D. Siegel and State Property. He was actually around Jay during his earlier days as well. As we see more pictures with him and Oskino. Let's just actually just Oskino, I should say. So, once again, I wanted you guys to be a little bit more familiar, should I say, just backtrack your memory real quick on Mr. Oskino. Because Oskino has actually ran into Jay-Z's alleged son. That's right. Supposedly, Jay-Z has ran into not only the son, but he knows the actual whereabouts and what happened to the family. So, let's listen into Mr. Oskino real quick.
You recently went viral. Well, it touched a lot of headlines. You came out with a video on YouTube and you said that you spoke to Jay-Z's son.
Yeah. And it's so crazy.
How the hell? Wait. How the hell did that happen?
So listen, I did a jacket for some boy ordered a jacket for me. You know, I be painting and all that. And he said, "Yo, man, you know, my man is Jay-Z's son. And he want to talk to you." Like, I said, mind you, the first thing I thought, like, this nigga lying. I said, all right, well, I'll talk to him. But young boy the chef. So I talked to him. I told him, I said, listen, young man, I don't want you to do the video with me because it's gonna look like I fished you out. And I'm trying to do a video with you because you Jay-Z's son. I'm trying to hate and all that. And I said, plus it's gonna be a lot of backlash on you. I mean, people gonna say they're not gonna believe you and all that. So I don't know if you want to do it with me first. I could have easily like get the money off of him and all that shit. And I said, I ain't gonna even talk about this shit until you talk about it first. So when I see he talked about it, that's the only reason I talked about it. I mean, but he said a lot of stuff that I still ain't said yet. I mean, like that's unbelievable. But you know, they anytime a person make you sign a gag order and all that type of shit, that means you really must believe that's your son. Because if you're not my son, I know you ain't my son, nigga. I'm not, nigga. You're not my son, bro. I'm not making you sign no gag.
Wait, he made his son, or he made the baby mom sign a gag order?
The aunt. I think the mom is like maybe dead or something. So it's the aunt that got custody of him, and they offered him money. They offered him money.
How'd the mom die?
Oh, I forgot. I don't know if he told me that, but I know they offered the young boy my aunt money, but he said my aunt, she already had a couple dollars, and she's like, no, they ain't. I mean, I said, bro, if he offered me any millions, I'm taking it. You, my dad, you give me some millions, I'm done. That's it. But the nigga not offering you no millions if they're not your son. Especially not that nigga. That nigga, he might offer you 5,000, like you got millions. I said, bro, you ain't take that. But you know, his aunt had custody of him, like so. She turned it down. But as soon as he said that, I said, they offered you million, like. That make me know, like, nigga, you must think that's your son. You know what I mean? I said, damn, you could, but you know the little girl, the other girl that, I guess he acknowledged the other girl now that I was talking about before. But it's still.
Yep, the one from DC.
No, she from Maryland.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But my thing is this, I seen Kevin Hart interview on him, right? And he asked him about his kids, and he named his kids, you know, he only named the kids that, you know. And I was just thinking about, like, you know, you got a daughter, so how old is your daughter? Daughter's real jealous. Like, it's one thing not to take care of your daughter. It's one thing to say, all right, man, I ain't got no money. I see. There's another thing that is not even admit they exist. For a girl, that's got to be like, you waiting and sitting, they name the kids and they don't even say your names. Like, you know what I mean? Because, you know, as parents, we're not perfect. We got feelings too. You know what I mean? You know, there might be beefing with the mom. You're like, man, fuck, I don't got time for that shit. I mean, but at the same time, you still love them. You know what I mean? And whatever you got, you mean they can always come where you at and all that. But a person don't even acknowledge you as their daughter at all. Like, that's got, for a girl, that got to be like devastating, man. You know what I mean? So if a nigga got $1 billion and don't fuck with his daughter, you know he ain't gonna fuck with you.
Do you believe the guy that was really Jay-Z's son?
I mean, only reason I believe it because I know Jay-Z's smart and he got a lot of money, and if it wasn't, he wouldn't even acknowledge it. I mean, but plus, he took the fucking ancestry test, and the people in his family popped up on the shit. You know, you take that shit, anybody that take it, they pop up on your shit. I mean, so I was like, I mean, mind you, I mean, my thing is this, like, I see the people that went to that boy island, the Epstein Island, with the young underage girls. And I'm like, well, what y'all going to the island for? How y'all even know these people? So they're all the people, the diabolical people in the same circle, man. I wouldn't even know those kind of people because I would still have my same friends from before, and we don't do that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You mean I can't see me wanting a girl that's underage when I'm fucking old. You know what I'm saying? What you want? Like, I mean, I just don't. Not saying that. I mean, my thing is this: and you're a celebrity, you should know better. But once you see it, you're gonna be around that shit. Mind you, got power, you got money. You can get a girl that's older that look young. I mean, but my thing is when you start messing with kids, man, it's like kids innocent. Kids the most purest thing on earth. I mean, so like kids, you're supposed to give them game. You're supposed to tell them how the pitfalls of life and how. I mean, you want to just fuck them like that shit to me is like something wrong with you. I mean, because you know what I mean, that's something wrong with you. Because I mean, as you age, it's automatically that you want people that's older because y'all got stuff in common. Y'all know about the same things. So what would I talk about to a girl that's 19, 18, any of that? Like, what the fuck I'm gonna say? What are we gonna talk about? Nickelodeon? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I got a daughter that's old. Like, what I'm gonna talk about this? I mean, I gotta say you have a girl because a man could be 50 and a girl could be 28. I mean, because sometimes girls are more mature than men. But when you start talking about underage and close to just 20 and 19, they just get you something wrong with you. Because as soon as they talk, you should be like, oh, this girl this is a kid. Like, it's a kid. Because just because you're over 18 don't make you not a kid. So you mean, so a 19-year-old girl is still a kid. To me, that's a kid. I mean, what they wear, what they say, like you a kid, like the fact that turned you.
If you didn't get what he's actually talking about right now, he's actually subliminally talking about the fact that Jay-Z dated Beyonce when she was 19 years old.
Oh, something's wrong with you. Because it's not time for them to be. You should be worried about sex with them. You should be worried about making them a better person. You mean? And this ain't got nothing to do with the laws of society. This is a thing that you as a man should be like, man, this is a little girl. I don't want. Especially when you know you ain't marrying her, you just trying to have sex with her and just ruin her life. Like, to me, that's like something wrong with you. I mean, when in America you could fuck anybody if you got money. You can if you go to Vegas, fuck any type of person you want and then pay.
Also, the girl was underage at the time. She was about 17. I believe the girl was about 17. 17 and about 18 when Jay got her pregnant and had the kid. And she had the kid, I should say. On top of Foxy. On top of Carmen. Nas's baby mother. As I said before, on Iceberg Slim, Jay has had a notorious run of getting the underage women in grooming, allegedly.
For a minute, there's no trouble, but you want to really own I mean, just do some diabolical shit. I would never be on Epstein Island. Not once. Like, why would I? First of all, who am I flatter with? What were you going over here for? Like, I mean, it sounds like everything I look at, like, so if you Jay-Z was over there, I think Beyonce, the list I seen, like, they must got a secret society or something. I mean,
yeah,
like,
it was a long list of people, man.
And they all was famous.
Yup.
I mean, like, come on, think of this. Tupac wouldn't have been at that island.
Wait, you think he would have or he would have? He would not?
No, because they would have never invited them to that island. They would never invite me to that island. They're like, we're not bringing that nigga. He gonna tell people. I'm not telling. He's not bringing them to the island. So I seen a girl 15 and 16. I'm like, what the fuck is y'all doing? What the fuck is I'm here for? I think Beyonce was at the island before. I think I mean, my thing is that when you got $1 billion, there's no need for you to even have to go to nobody island. What am I going there for? So it must be something there for me to go to.
In the recent interview, you said Diddy asked somebody if would they do something for $1 million. Can you
I ain't gonna say no
take
names,
us
right?
through that?
I'm just gonna say somebody said, you mean that's what Puff asked them. Puff said, like, yo, would you suck a dick for $1 million? And I was like, what you say? Like, I mean, so this was like 20-some years ago. But that don't mean that Puff did all the shit that they saying he did though. But all that means is that you're a freaky boy. You're a freaky boy probably. And niggas and nobody's been telling them no. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's. See, my thing is this. If I got 800 million and I'm in the hood, imagine the things I can do and get away with. I could change people's lives. Girls mess with niggas that just got a good job. Oh, you got a good job, I'm gonna mess with you. You got 800 million, bro. You can fucking do anything. And you know the saying, absolute power corrupts absolute. You got power over everything. You can do anything you want. It's like you're like a Roman emperor. You can do anything. So you start taking it too far, and nobody's there to tell you no. I mean, that's why you need real friends to tell you no. I mean, shout out to De Niro 2K, man, because like we argue all the time. He always want to go against whatever I say, so we argue on the phone all the time. But that's the kind of people you need in your life that could say, no, that shit you saying ain't right. Even if you don't agree with it. I mean, but my thing is this, like, Puff had money for so long. Like, the stuff Cassie's saying. Cassie is a dime. Like, she a girl that 9 out of 10 niggas don't want to mess with. So you mess with a nigga Puffy for he's 20 years older than you because he got money. All right? You said he made you fuck other niggas and you did it. And you really, so like, I don't want to hear you complain about it. You was grown. You did. No, was it right or wrong? It was wrong. But you did it. So don't come crying about it later. Like, what you should have did was like, listen, Puff, I'm gonna do all this shit for you, right? But I need 30 million. I mean, give me 30 million, make sure I'm straight. Then you ain't gotta go to court and all that shit. Just tell them what you want, and then you do it. And then, I mean, because my thing is this: a strong girl. Because I know some girls could be corrupted. They're young. You got money. I mean, you could flip the game on them. But at the same time, as a woman, at some point you gotta say like, listen, man, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that for money. I mean, so like, I think you're doing something wrong to a woman is wrong. But at the same time, she had a choice.
Hey, look, not 24 hours later, they settled.
Because wasn't that crazy? He didn't want that shit to come out. Yo, did you see that interview, right? It's a guy. He shut up a hotel lobby with Donald Trump was there, like 8 years ago. He got a interrogation. He in the police station. They taped it. He talking about Puff making him fuck Cassie. It's 8 years ago. He started fuck Cassie 15 times. I'm like, at the time, everybody like, man, get the fuck out of here. Like, you mean? But now it's like, Whoa, he said this 8 years ago. Like, so mind you, my thing is this. If I got a bitch, I don't want nobody fucking her anyway. So what is that about?
Facts.
I don't even understand that part. That's the part. I'm like, what the fuck? Then she back. So when they fucking, what you doing? So that whole shit is out of my understanding. You know what I mean? So like, that's probably why I don't want it to be true. Because I'm like, I don't want to. No, I was looking up to this nigga and this nigga doing shit like that. Like, cause like, bro, you got mind you, this guy who said he fuck Cassie, he's a white guy. He was a porn star white guy. I mean, mind you, he sounds intelligent, and the shit he's saying is exactly what they saying now, which still don't make it true though. You know what I mean? Because things could point all your way and it don't be true. Because I know it's plenty of times I was in jail, like, and I ain't do it. Niggas like, oh, you did it. That's the type of shit you do. You know what I mean? But I really ain't do it. So like, I don't really say what somebody did or not, because it could not be true, even if all the evidence looked like you did it. You know what I mean? But something had to happen. I mean, but all it takes is one hater to start a story. I mean, but at the same time, if the story has no legs, it's gonna die out soon. Like Bean said, I remember Bean said I was a gay. I said, nigga, who said that? I said, go get the person who said it. I tracked her not because I cared about proving him wrong. I wanted to know somebody was saying this about you. Who said this?
Notice and I already feel like I know what he's about to segue into, for the simple fact that Oskino doesn't play that. And for disclaimer also, I should have said this at the beginning, Oskino naturally talks fast. So for those thinking that he's on coke or something, he doesn't do drugs. He doesn't like drugs. He doesn't like to smoke. He doesn't like to drink or anything like that. So that's one of the other reasons that Oskino never really made it in the industry. He never really fell for the industry games. He wasn't at the industry parties. He wasn't invited there. As he said, he was, as you can say, quote unquote, too real of a nigga to be there. He was just too real of a person to be there and questioned a lot of things. And as you can see, he was one of those type of people that if anyone was to ever say that he was gay or have any bad rumor about him, he would want to know about it immediately, and he would handle it immediately.
Oh, no, Bean said it. I said, oh, all right. I'm just saying, me and Bean's cool. I'm just saying, like, this is what happened. All right. My thing is this. I said, nigga, if I was gay, I'd tell everybody, nigga, I'm gay. What the fuck? Nigga, I'd just be a gay nigga. What the fuck? Everybody's gay. You know what I mean? But my thing is this. When you start slandering somebody's name and it's not true, it kind of make you infuriated. Like, I mean, because like you saying I'm gay, they're trying to play me. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't like you saying it because, like, you mean, like, because if I was really gay, I mean, you set it up like, nigga, okay, I'm gay. Like, I'm gay, and that's like me saying you fucking black. Are you white? Like, that'd be you really just explaining what I am. But when you're not gay, like, nigga, that's like me saying you a bum. I'm not a bum. Like, I mean, like, it's like you just lying, you just making up anything. You know what I mean? So, what they said about me, I don't like it because this shit everywhere. Every time I go on the internet, I see this Puerto Rican guy just walking down the street, like this gay guy, just like Meek Mills. Hey, handsome, I love you. Come on. I'm like, see this? It make me mad because you ever have a little brother, right, or a family member that get on your nerve and you want to smack the shit out of him, right? You want to, but if somebody else do something to him, you like, you don't like it. That's how it is. Like, I'm like, yo, I don't like that shit. Because especially if it ain't warranted. Okay, he did some nut shit and it's like he ain't no, but that don't give somebody the right to be saying this shit about him if it's not true, man. You know what I mean?
Right. Look, our last interview, you got a lot of flack, especially on the Jay-Z part. Like, a lot of people felt like, you know, nobody owes you anything of this sort. And,
I hear it all the time.
And things of that such, but because you said he saved your life, and then 2 minutes later you said that he didn't help nobody. So they're like, which one is it?
Let me tell you this much. If I say I save your life, right? I save your life, give you some money because you going down the fucked up wrong hill. Now, as years go by, you growing up, right? And I'm fucking your sister that's 8 years old. Should you still respect me?
No.
The fuck? If you saved my life because at the time I didn't know my worth. You know what I mean? Mind you, at the same time, if you stole somebody's music, if you took somebody's music and took somebody's lyrics and just shit like that, I feel like you owe them. And my thing is this because I said it don't mean it's etched in stone. You know what I mean? And mainly I was talking about beings. But my thing is, if you get us to battle against Nas and all this shit, right, then you're going to make up with them, right? So I'm like, I mean, what is that about? You act like you don't know a nigga. I ain't never see beans at them brunches. You know what I mean? So I mean, that thing. So, but you gotta remember, Jay-Z is an icon. He's like Michael Jackson, the rap.
Right.
He's still my second favorite rapper, even after stealing people's shit. Because I know even without stealing people's shit, he still be hot. But he will steal your shit. You know what I mean? So like, when I be saying this shit, I don't know why people get so caught up in these feelings where they ain't got no slack in the game. Nothing they get stole from them. They ain't had nothing to do with it. They ain't do shit but stay home and go work in that Wawa somewhere. You know what I mean? Got all this shit to say. Like, go get in the game. I mean, I can say that shit because I was in the game. You know what I mean? If a nigga's stealing your songs and they become a hit and they don't give you nothing, you feel like they owe you. What's wrong with you saying that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you saved my life because I'm going down there. But at the same time, when you saved my life, it wasn't for free because you saw what I had to offer. I mean, obviously, if you rap on somebody sign you on the spot, bro, you should have to spit some immaculate shit. You know what I mean? I ain't get signed by Dame Dash. I rap for Jay-Z, face to face. You know what I mean? So my thing is this, when I say he owe me, it's not like a thing where I don't like him because he owed me. And it ain't like I feel like it's my way because he owed me. I feel like he owed me, but it's not a reason why I don't respect him. I mean, I don't got nothing to do with none of that. Like, I mean, it's just that my thing is this, you don't got to do something to me for me to see what kind of person you are. I can just see what you do to people. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, so like, I'm like, I mean, like, even look at Calvin Klein, how he did him, how he did. I mean, there's so many your kids, like, if you do, like, so I look at it like, man, like, I looked up to, mind you, I remember, I looked up to Jay-Z like crazy, bro. Like, you understand? You understand? It's not I looked up to him whereas though I had an image of him in my head, like he was 100% everything that I wanted to be. You know what I mean? But as you get older, you start having your own set of morals and how you believe and how you think. You stop respecting certain people. It ain't got no. It's just how you believe, what you think. It's like certain white people would never respect a black person because this is how they think. They don't mean if they right or wrong. It's just how you feel. So a person don't gotta agree with me. I don't give a fuck if they agree with me or not. You know what I mean? How was not no fucking big ass. Everybody in Marcy should be straight. Period. But anybody you know that you feel like you got a problem. Jazzo should have been super straight. So Meek, it's like Jay-Z and Jazzo's like me and Meek type shit almost. Like Jay-Z named after this nigga, right? How he not rich? Like what you from the rip? But he said in the song, I jumped off, stood on Jazz back, stood on my own too. Like that's that, nigga. I don't think like that. You do something for me, man. I want to do something back for you, man. You know what I mean? I just can't imagine somebody doing something for me. Like, if somebody do something for you, you don't feel like you gotta do nothing back for you. You're a girl. You're like a female without the pussy. I mean, girls can do that because they got pussy. They can do certain things men can't do. A girl can take money from you because they got pussy. When a man take money from you and don't give you nothing, I'm like, what the fuck you ain't gonna do nothing back for me? I can do shit for you. Like, what the fuck is that about? So I mean, maybe they see themselves as girls or something. I don't know. I mean, but Jay-Z, like, he real sneaky and real like. See, but this is what Jay-Z know how to do. He know how to not say nothing and make you look crazy because like he's not gonna say nothing. So you give you a chance to assume, man, it's the other person crazy and lying. Like, I mean, so but see, me, I don't worry about the image. He got to worry about the image. I don't give a fuck about worrying about no image. I mean, whatever you think about me, I don't care. Like, I really, honestly don't care. Like, I mean, I care about certain people, care how they look at me, like certain people I might respect, but the internet world is fake to me. That shit is fake. I mean, these people on the internet, if you got enough time to type on something about me, that mean you watch what I'm doing. I mean, what are you doing with yourself? You watching me, and I'm getting paid for you watching me. Thank you. So you got a right to say whatever you want to say, but that shit ain't real. I mean, it's not real. I mean, because you got to remember, back in the day, on my time, you had to go outside to get a girl. You had to go outside. These niggas these days don't go outside to do nothing. They just type on the joint and talk shit. I mean, like, you can't let it affect you because, I mean, even look at the show Catfish. Shit like that didn't exist when I was young. Like, it's not a thing that could even happen. Like, so like this world right now is not made for niggas like me because we don't understand it.
I'll tell you one thing. You give Oskina a mic, he'll just go. But I wanted you guys to listen to that interesting clip of him talking about Jay-Z's alleged son. And, of course, you know, like I said, amongst other things, his opinion on things. Which he is very right. That whole thing with Jay-Z's son, right? It has always been just a rumor. It hasn't really been too many facts other than you have, like I said, the whole Ramir White, you know, and the mom passing. It's not too much information that is out there. I will say that. There's more hearsay than anything. But if we're talking about the facts of things, of course, we have always got to remember there is a long history of people being removed when they are by this gentleman. A long history of baby mamas being either exiled or hushed when it comes to him. So you ain't gotta read between. I mean, you ain't gonna be a brain scientist to even read between the lines on this one. The mom passed right after she had him, and the aunt took him. What does that tell you? If we're talking about and following the line of all the others, I'm just saying. And you can see that, as my best friend pointed out the other day. You can't hide them damn nostrils. You can't. Ain't shit you could do about Jay-Z nostrils. Once you got them, you got them. That's it. That's it. And every last one of them pictures up there, you see them damn nostrils. Every last one of these pics, you see that camel damn nose. And that look like his son for real. Ain't nothing you can hide about that. Even down to the baby picture up there. Yeah, man. Supposedly, at least the kid is paid for. Allegedly. But who knows? You know, as they say. The truth shall come to the light, as Gucci said. Just like Miss Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion's attorney denies former photographer's harassment allegations and attempt to embarrass her. Ain't the first time. Megan Thee Stallion's former photo and videographer alleges he was forced to witness her having sex with a woman in a lawsuit filed Tuesday in L.A. Plaintiff Emilio Garcia that's a famous name, Emilio Garcia, is also accusing the Texas-born entertainer of harassment in a hostile work environment. Garcia names Rock Nation's Megan Thee Stallion and Megan's touring and entertainment companies as defendants in the 42-page suit that alleges, drink into me, that alleges wage and hour violations. He claims Megan berated and directed fat-shaming comments toward him, citing direct quotes such as "fat bitch, spit your food out," and "you don't need to be eating it." Everything. I add the everything part. In a lawsuit, Garcia details an obscene incident that was said to have occurred in Ibiza during June 2022. After a night out, Garcia recalls being with Megan and 3 other women in an SUV when Megan began to have sex next to him. He says Megan told him to never discuss what you saw, and that's when they returned from the trip. His compensation structure was changed from a monthly flat rate to a pay-per-task arrangement. The lawsuit alleges that Garcia was not alleged to work for anyone else and was denied overtime and pay breaks while he was working with Megan. So basically they were just starving the poor boy, not trying to pay him or nothing, and just forcing him to watch people have sex and whatnot. That's what they're saying here. Stallion's misclassification of his employment status left him without basic insurance coverage, depriving him of essential health care, the lawsuit states. Garcia grapples with mounting anxiety, depression, and physical distress stemming from the toxic work environment compounded by the trauma of unpaid work. An attorney for Megan Thee Stallion, Alex Spiro, that name's come up quite a lot. Alex Spiro said Tuesday, "This is an employment claim for money." Sounds like a two. With no sexual harassment claim filed, and with salacious accusations to attempt to embarrass her. We will deal with this in court. Garcia is being represented by Ron Zambrano, the lawyer representing numerous dancers accusing Lizzo of sexual harassment in a hostile work environment. So he's basically been taking on all these cases where, almost like a Tyrone Blackburn almost, where he's been taking on these cases of people being defendants of these sexual harassments in these type of cases, in these situations. Let me just stop here for a second, right? Let me just stop here for a second. I want to see real quick. Okay, so this is Mr. Garcia right here. This is Mr. Garcia right here. Taking pictures. Okay, that's just one image of him. Looks like him again. That's a little bit blurry. Let me see something real quick. Now, I ain't no rocket scientist. But damn it, I see why there's a damn lawsuit filed. Number one, you ain't put a straight man in this situation as a videographer, I see. Because ain't no way in hell, if this was a straight man, that he would have snitched in the first place. Nigga, watching you do that with all of them women in the back of this SUV is my pay. What you mean? What in the hell do you mean? Now, let me also say this, because I haven't been the biggest Megan Thee Stallion fan as far as what I've been saying on the podcast in regards to my opinion for the Tory Lane situation, right? But for this one, I hope Megan, what do you call it, countersue the fuck out of him. Because what is wrong with him? Why would you even attempt to sue in this situation? Number one. Number two, you don't look like someone that's been starving for money. You don't look like it in no way, shape, form, or fashion. And all the designer shit you got on, that you talking about some damn I'm starving for money, and you have been going unpaid. Bullshit. Bullshit. I call bullshit on that one. No, sir. I'm not buying it. There he go again in the background. I'm not buying it at all. No. Ain't no way in hell. Like I said, and it's the fact that you did it with you did it in the back. Even if she did do that in the back seat of a car, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? And then you wanted to have your cameraman there. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, I get it. You wasn't trying to have no, you know what I mean? Wasn't even trying to have no privacy during it. But at the same time, let's also think about this. Who the fuck was the woman? Ooh. But if we're talking about on real nigga terms, ain't none of our business who the woman was. Kinda is, but anyway. We'll figure that out later. I'll say that. But sticking to this particular situation, dog, you could have kept this one hush hush. You ain't have to talk about you seeing her having sex with another girl in the back seat. Like I said, just judging up the pictures and how you standing right here, I could understand and see how this happened in the first place. I could see exactly why you felt a little uncomfortable watching two women have sex. I can see why you would look uncomfortable. Let me just say that. But yeah, sir. No. No. Yeah, I hope Megan countersued the fuck out of him. That ain't right. That just ain't right. And like I said, you being a videographer, you could have just said, "Hey, I'm uncomfortable by this. Hey, can y'all pull over? I'll get out. I'll take a Lyft and Uber, and I'll meet you where you at, Megan." Because obviously, it's not like you were just hired for a season. It's not like you were just hired for this year. You've been around the block. You've been around with her for quite some time. You've made a couple of bucks. You could have easily said, "You know what, Megan, I'm uncomfortable with this. Let me get out." You know what I'm saying? And just get your lift real quick and go. I'll meet you at the hotel, Megan. You know what I'm saying? I'll meet you up there. I ain't got to watch this shit right now. I'm uncomfortable. He could have said that. You ain't got to act like you being held prisoner, taking pictures and whatnot of that. Because I bet you still took the pictures, didn't you, nigga? I bet you still took the fucking pictures, didn't you? But I don't know, man. That's just my haps. That's just my haps about it. That's just my haps about it. You know what? We might as well get ignorant real quick. We might as well get ignorant and jump up and see what's going on with this, because I honestly thought this was hilarious. Now that I'm really thinking about this whole thing. So, I think I premiered last time on the pod Chris Brown and Quavo, right? We didn't get Quavo's record yet, but we're going to replay real quick Mr. Chris Brown, because when we really get down to the bottom of what these two niggas is beefing over, this shit is funny. But real quick, let's go over and play Chris Brown's diss record to Quavo. This shit hard, I ain't gonna lie.
Now we can settle this like you got some class, so we can get into some gangster shit.
Hey, Chris, I don't want no issues, bro. I don't want no smoke. I don't want fights. I don't want to do nothing, bro. Like, please, bro.
Who want smoke with me? Who want smoke with me? Who want smoke with me? Who want smoke with C? Who want smoke with me? Who want... Okay, let's get down to the facts, pussy, I'm dripped in red. Don't let this R&B shit fool you, niggas get ripped to shreds. Quavo talking like he a thug, nigga, you a bitch with dread. Can't wait to see the day that you back up all of that shit you said. What's all that ball shit you talking, you ain't no huncho, nigga. You the weakest link out of your clique, let's keep it a hundo, nigga. You fuck my ex-ho, that's cool, I don't give no fuck, little nigga. Cause I fucked your ex when you was still with a bitch, I'm up, little nigga. They say revenge is sweet, now think about that shit, don't...
Yeah, I'm gonna think about that shit. Anyway, so he's talking about Sweetie. He's talking about Sweetie there. Okay, that one was evident. So, real quick, because I believe that they Sweetie put out them tweets. Let me see if I can pull up that real quick. That Instagram tweet she put out. Oh yeah, Quavo DMs. That's what it was. She leaked the tweet. She leaked them DMs. That's what it was. She leaked them DMs. And no. You fucked my ex, so what? He's talking about Karuche. Yeah, because that's who was actually this whole beef is actually about. It's about Karuche. This whole thing is about Miss Karuche. That's what he's talking about. I'm bugging right now. Where's those DMs? Where are them DMs? The first DM he ever sent, which I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that part. Why would you? Why did she share the first DMs? I was really trying to figure that part out. Why she shared the first DMs that they ever had together, Sweetie and Quavo. That part didn't make sense to me. Like she took it upon herself to I don't know if she's because this is she recently just did this, I believe, too. But what? See, that's the thing. It's kind of a mind game here. That's kind of a mind fuck there, because we would also see her and Chris Brown together. Where's the picture of them posted up at the game, I remember? No, not that one. Yeah, here it goes. And I remember this one had raised some actual questions. That actually raised some questions with them two singing together. I haven't deep dove into the world of the Quavo and the Chris Brown as much as a DJ Academics has possibly. But like I said, I wanted to get a little bit ignorant and figure out what the hell was even going on with these two. Other than the fact that, like I said, I already know that the beef is necessarily over Karuche. I mean, Chris just said it him damn self. He's saying so what? But nigga, you're not just gonna say so what, and it actually is bothering you in some type of way.
Let that line go over your head, I might just sing about that shit. I had a feeling about that dick, there's something sweet about that shit. I got some tea about that bitch, but I ain't gon' speak about that shit. I ain't playing chess with a checker player. I'm a ticking bomb on a detonator. I shit on niggas, I'm a defecator. I put Amigo on a ventilator. Stop talking about beating girls. You was beating bitches on the elevator. We seen the taste, that's devastating. You doing bad. You a bitch and your music trash. Fashion week, they set me next to your lame ass. I was truly mad. All I kept thinking about was breaking your face, but I gave you a pass. You lucky I ain't wanna fuck the money up. Boy, I would've broke you in half. Quit trying to be.
Okay, so I do remember that. I remember when, and I was very curious about that. So, I don't know about the Quavo necessarily choking a chick. I don't know about that, but I do remember. Yeah, they don't have that. I do remember Quavo having to sit next to Chris, or should I say Chris being forced to sit next to him at the fashion show. And I was like, don't they dislike each other? Like, these two niggas don't get along whatsoever. And I remember they were forced to sit together. But, like I said, they already had beef with each other over Karuche. So remember, like I said, in the beginning lines, he's saying, so what, you fucked my bitch, I fucked your next bitch. So he fucked Karuche, or I should say Quavo fucked Karuche, then Chris Brown fucked Sweetie. And of course, he's saying in the rap that he got some tea about Sweetie, about Quavo. It's very, very messy. Very, very, very messy.
Tough, you ain't like that, why you keep showing off? Quit talk about drugs, you the only pack that I've been smoking on. I just hit my plug, told him come back, I'ma need more than one. Your last album was a weed trade, just some bullshit that we roll up on. You know what's on, put you to bed. Night, night, that's Sudafed. Show me that I'm tender, bitch. Time to prove what you done said. R.I.P. take off, he the only real one that got true respect. Crazy how when he died, everybody really wished it was you instead. Oh, shit. You tripping, Chris, don't say that, don't lose your head. You done turned a big bad wolf on these fuck niggas, never knew revenge. This what happens when a fuck nigga push a real nigga out to the edge. This what happens when a dumb nigga get fame and it get to his head. You gon' kiss this ring, nigga. Big fuck you from my middle finger. I tattoo my trigger finger. Bring real beat to your dinner table. My mental state ain't never stable. I know this shit gon' sting, nigga. I run your ass through the ringer, nigga. You just got body by a singing, nigga. Bitch. Who want smoke with me? Who want smoke with me? Who want smoke with me? Who want smoke with C? Who want smoke with me? Who want...
Okay, Chris. Okay, Chris, I hear you. I hear you, brother. And that's the thing. Everybody forgets that Chris can rap. I remember seeing that the memes and gifs going around that he rap, smoke cigs, fight, dance, flip, rap, sing, act, rich. Super nigga. Damn it, he a super nigga. I seen that going around. I kind of agree with that shit. Chris is a super nigga. he definitely is a super nigga. And, we don't care if he does coke. We really just... He's one of the ones we don't care that does it, I guess. But Quavo retaliated.
Pussy nigga, pull up, crash, shout about your bae. Boy, you pussy. Little bitch come dance, battle with my Drake. You been fucked your bag up when you punch Ren.
Now, notice the cover too. So, if you don't know, real quick, I might as well show where that cover... Where is it? Show where that cover actually came from. And it was actually taken out of context. Oh, this is a great angle. Yeah, this is great. This is the couple of angles here that we needed to see. So, this is where that cover came from. As you can see here, Chris Brown has his hands on a woman's neck, but it wasn't like people actually thought. As you can see here, the woman is laughing and giggling, and Chris Brown is pretty much eased up with it. And she's like, no, get off her. No, get off her. But then there's this one. Of course, him kissing on the shoulders and her smiling and laughing. And it looks like a girl in the background twerking over here on the side. So, I mean, if there was really anything going on, wouldn't there be a lot more people, having commotion? As we see more pictures here of everyone just chilling and laughing and talking and whatnot. And it looks like she's shocked that someone just took a picture like, oh shit, Chris just had his hands around my neck. Someone probably saw that. But this was clearly a picture that had gotten taken out of proportion at one point. And was quickly cleared up that he was not choking anyone whatsoever.
Face, tell my fashion week. You sparing who? Come punch me in my face. It ain't nothing but a fade. You know you lost a Frank. Niggas ran in your house, tied up your aunt cause you ain't pay. This bullet got your name. Don't ever bring up tape.
So another thing, he brought up the Frank Ocean situation. Now, a couple years back, Frank Ocean and Chris Brown did have a tizzy in the parking lot. And there wasn't too much footage of it, actually. There was just like a 30-second clip of you seeing Frank Ocean just wild out. So it wasn't much to actually show. So I thought about pulling that clip up, but then I'm like, it doesn't really matter because, yeah. It was that quick of a tidbit. And supposedly it was over a misunderstanding. It really wasn't too much to even, like I said, deep dive into.
You know, half of y'all niggas some hoes out here. I'm talking about like, these niggas bleed want some money type shit. Bitch. I call your hoe for pussy. I hit your hoe for pussy. I did a favor coming to save you, but you gon' owe me pussy. I'm on the edge, don't push me. You broke with the feds, you pussy. Committed crime and did no time, can't fake it, we know that you pussy. We know it. Pussy, you, pussy, you, pussy, you, pussy, nigga. Time after time, I pull up and wipe me a little baby nose. Pussy, nigga. Dropping the diamond pillow, talking to these bitches and hoes. Pussy, nigga. Good ain't gold. Pussy, nigga. You been exposed. Exposed. Pussy.
Little boy wanna die by some coochie.
Now, I'm kind of against that. I'm kind of against the AI use of Takeoff. Even if it wasn't the AI use. Okay, I'm very much against the use of Takeoff by Quavo. Specifically Quavo. I am very much against the use of it. Mainly for the biased simple fact that so many people, like Chris said in the record, not necessarily wish that it was Quavo, but a lot of people think that Quavo had something to do with Takeoff's death. And from the breakdown we have gone over on this channel, I have every right to be very biased to that opinion of him using Takeoff on this hook.
You still fucked up by Karuchi. You tried to beat up Tiana, but Usher wouldn't let you do it. The cocaine got him, your honor. Bipolar disorder, no wonder. You was the greatest, nigga, you fumble. Going outside, I'm watching you crumble. Why they got Quavo out here going back and forth with a singer that turned to a junkie? Never got light skin versus brown skin, nigga finna divide the country.
Listen, nigga, time after time, I pull up and wipe me a little baby nose. Listen, nigga, dropping the diamond pillow, talking to these bitches and hoes. Listen, nigga, good ain't gold. Listen, nigga, you been exposed. Exposed.
Little boy wanna die by some coochie. You still fucked up by Karuchi. You tried to beat up Tiana, but Usher wouldn't let you do it. The cocaine got him, your honor. Bipolar disorder, no wonder. You was the greatest, nigga, you fumble. Going outside, I'm watching you crumble. Why they got Quavo out here going back and forth forth with a singer that turned to a junkie. Never got light skin versus brown skin, nigga finna divide the country. Nigga, you ain't been in the trenches. We step in the yard, you know how that ended. Won't smoke with me. OHB mean fighting over hoes and bitches.
Okay, so
talking to these bitches and hoes. Listen,
I found
good
something.
ain't gold. Listen, nigga, you been exposed.
This line right here.
You was the greatest, nigga, you fumble. Wouldn't let you do it. The coochie. You still fucked up by Karuchi. You tried to beat up Tiana, but Usher wouldn't let you do it.
Okay, so that line right there, I did find this, I guess you could say, there was a misunderstanding again. And that's another thing. Quavo keeps bringing up the misunderstandings with Chris Brown, I've noticed. He's not necessarily bringing up anything concrete with him. But there was this that happened, okay? So he brings up you tried to beat up Tiana, but Usher wouldn't let you do it. So apparently there was a misunderstanding of Chris Brown and Usher getting into a physical altercation in Las Vegas over Tiana Taylor, which that was never actually true. As you can see, that was never actually true. Like I said, that was it was a very, like I said, just another misunderstanding that happened that night, and people blew it out of proportion. So, again, Quavo keeps trying to bring up these non-factual, I guess, misdemeanors to Chris Brown's resume, and it's not stinging as Chris's was.
The cocaine got him, your honor. Bipolar disorder, no wonder. You was the greatest, nigga, you fumble. Going outside, I'm watching you crumble. Why they got Quavo out here going back and forth with a singer that turned to a junkie? Never got light skin versus brown skin, nigga finna divide the country. Nigga, you ain't been in the trenches. We step in the yard, you know how that ended. Won't smoke with me. OHB mean fighting over hoes and bitches. OHB. Who gassed you up to put that out? Yeah, that was shitty, nigga. I can take a model bitch and make her sweetie, nigga. Crackhead Michael Jackson, bitch, you better beat it, nigga. I'm still fucked up about take off. I want who did it, nigga. But that's some real street shit. Back to the industry. Where your baby mamas at? No, they got plenty tea. Nigga, fuck that. Pussy, every time you see me, keep that energy. Keep that energy. Can't believe I gotta beat you by some women, bitch.
I call your hoe for pussy. I hit your hoe for pussy. I did the favor, coming to save you, but you gon' owe me, pussy. I'm on the edge, don't push me. You broke with the feds, you pussy. Committed, coming and did no time, can't fake it, we know that you pussy. Pussy, 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 nigga. Time after time, I pull up and wipe me a little baby nose. Pussy, nigga. Dropping the dime and pillow, talking to these bitches and hoes. Pussy, nigga. Good ain't gold. Pussy, nigga. You been exposed. Exposed. Pussy. Pussy. Pussy.
Okay. I don't know if it's just, like I said, the bias in me, but it's kind of mid. Quavo was just mid. But the simple fact he kept trying to go at the same angles of the women. Didn't really bring anything concrete to the fight. But at the same time, if I'm going to call it down the middle, on the fence, they both weren't necessarily hard hitting. Neither one was necessarily hard hitting, and the end all be all to this is the fact that this is over a woman that, neither one of them cares about it. Karuchi doesn't care.
Quavo, Chris Brown, their music, now they're feuding about you. You've clearly moved on with your life. How do you feel like knowing that you're being dragged into a musical feud between these two?
I don't feel. It is what it is. I'm living my life.
Have you heard
Working, paying my bills, taking time for myself, and that's all that matters. Whatever else is going on, I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Have you heard the music yet?
Happy and peaceful life. That's all I want.
All right. Have you heard the music yet? You haven't heard it?
No.
Are you curious? Can I pull it up for you?
No! I just don't want any parts. I just want peace and happiness. And I want to work and thrive.
I know that's right, Karuchi. I know that's right. Because at the end of the day, it's all over pussy. This shit all over pussy. That nigga rapping for pussy. That nigga mad over pussy. This shit all over pussy. They brought Takeoff in all over pussy. This shit is pussy. 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 I tell you. So all it's about. Money, power, and pussy, ain't it? That's all it's ever is about. But we ain't got much more to cover. Next time you niggas see me, we gonna talk about
once again I'm locked in with TP. We finna make a hit.
We back, bitch. We back all the way. So till next time I see you niggas, y'all know what time it is. It's Mr. Murray. Peace.
We getting high on a kite, no Diddy. See my artist double plat, no Diddy. Sipping on yak, no Diddy. Couple niggas got wet, but no Diddy. Keep the shooters with the scrap, no Diddy. I'm in a room full of hoes, no Diddy. More money, more problems, no Diddy. Couple friends turn foes, no Diddy. We getting high on a kite, no Diddy. See my artist double plat, no Diddy. Got me sipping on yak, no Diddy. Couple niggas got wet, no Diddy. Keep the shooters with the scrap, no Diddy. I'm in a room full of hoes, no Diddy. More money, more problems, no Diddy. Couple friends turn foes, no Diddy. I got a young man bitch from the city. I'm spending money like a treat like Diddy.
Chill,